I was born in Nigeria, in West Africa, and I grew up in the southwest part of Nigeria, Lagos, for people who are very familiar with Nigeria. My father was an academician, so he headed the university library. So I always grew up around books and with a love of learning. So I'd always assumed everybody went to school, went back home and read books, and spoke about literature and spoke about Latin, looked at maps. Because I remember growing up then, and when it was time for soccer, which was the Nigerian game, would actually spend more time learning geography than soccer, because my dad would ensure we went through the maps, the atlases, to see which country was where, and the borders and things like that. And that was my assumption of how everybody lived. One of my greatest mentors has been my dad. And I remember when I was going on to college, and I was attending the same college he had attended about some 25 years earlier. And he came to me and said, when I went to school, I had like an upper class, which is close to a magna cum laude. And he said, 25 years later, if you're going to the same school and coming back with the same grade, you've not really improved on my record. So I expected to go in there and get a distinction. So even from my first day in college, I knew I was going to get a distinction. I grew up in a country that's full of paradoxes. It produces crude oil, yet people are unable to find gas to buy at a gas station. It has a lot of arable land, yet people lack food. So I've seen that mixture of opportunity and then want, of poverty and luxury. And I think that's part of the inspiration for me, that if I've gone this far, then I have a duty to not just give back, but actually to give forward. When I moved to the US about 8 years ago now, I actually came for a master's in computer science at the University of Houston. And after I finished there, I got a job with Chevron as an information management specialist. And it was after 5 years at Chevron that I actually came down to Rice. We had a class of about 72 people, and less than 6 of us were black. I remember being a little bit surprised by that. My time at Rice would probably end up being one of the most defining moments or periods of my life. I thought I was going to come to Rice, brush up my business knowledge, and go back to Chevron. But then I met Professor Mark Epstein, and that got me really interested in issues of global health. And I got involved in social innovation and social entrepreneurship, such that by the time I was leaving Rice, I had determined to change careers. I determined I was going to move into the field of global health and see how I could apply my business skills and technology skills to that field. Today, I describe myself as an Afropreneur, that is an entrepreneur focused on Africa and improving the lots of people in Africa through enterprise. And I think all of that came together at Rice. So I look at Rice as a foundation for me. It's a crucible that actually brought together the different parts of my life, my aspirations, my interests, and actually propelled me to pursue my goals.